In today's video, we are going to have a bit of fun. We are going to examine the Karendemic going on in our world. Is this some type of rabid species? Or a thirsty narcissist desperately searching for narcissistic supply? Or are these just turds of human beings wreaking havoc throughout our society? Let's take a deep dive into the Karendemic.
No tears, no fears, fully alive again after these years.
Hey human family, how are you? I hope all is well. For those of you new to the channel, I would like to welcome you to Fully Alive Again. My name is Darren. I'm a narcissism researcher, coach, author, and survivor of a narcissistic mother, siblings, and a 23-year marriage to a covert narcissist. Yeah, I've had and I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Come on, man. Even though I've been through hell and back, life is good. I am so fortunate to be alive, and all of these experiences can make you and not break you. I am living proof of this, that we can become fully alive again after narcissistic abuse. And to all my Fully Alive Again warriors, I'm glad you guys are back. I deeply appreciate your viewership. To everyone watching, again, you guys, I need your help. We are living in turbulent times. The world is upside down. The kind of information that I share is so important. So please get involved and do more than watch. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you're entertained or if that you find some value in today's video. And share your life experiences and thoughts about the show in the comment box below. This helps you help others, and it helps you too. It's good to tell your story. Together we will become and remain fully alive again. All right? So let's get into today's show, you guys. One of the things that I firmly believe is that the more that human beings understand narcissism, the more we will understand the world that we live in. Einstein once said, "What does a fish know if it doesn't know the waters in which they swim?" Narcissism plays a part in almost every aspect of human existence. So understanding it is very important. Another part of this is that we have to regain our humor and our laughter as victims of narcissistic abuse. We don't want to live a colorless life, a bland life. We want to live and be fully alive. So on this channel, although this is a very serious subject matter, I'm going to pepper in humor. That's just my nature and how I live. I would not be able to enjoy what I'm doing and talk about these very disheartening, sad, evil topics without spreading some humor and enjoying the process. So for those of you who are wondering how I can laugh about such evil, toxic people, I just say to you, because they're laughable. They really are. So I want to show you just how laughable these people are by showing you a video of a Karen today. You see, I believe that the vast majority, if not all of them, all of the videos that you see of these Karens, be it male or female, are really narcissists searching for narcissistic supply. They've run out. Imagine that you're a heroin addict or whatever addict you are, and you cannot get to your supply. You cannot get to your drug. You do anything to get it when it's the air that you breathe. The demon the ugliness inside of a narcissist has to get attention, admiration, sympathy, or create pain. They're demonic. So they have to be acknowledged somewhere. That demon will show itself periodically. And that's, in my opinion, that's what Karens are. They are thirsty for narcissistic supply. They have to do something to get attention or to harm someone and quiet that demon that's inside them. And it plays out in the most hilarious ways. I will give the Karens props for not being serial killers and handling their evilness in this manner. It's vulgar, it's disgusting, but all the same, it's effing hilarious. And these people have been doing this since the beginning of time. It's just that technology has given us video clips where we are able to record it. But I personally don't think that there's any difference, even though I said in the beginning of this video that there's a Karen pandemic going on. I really believe that these type of things have been happening since the dawn of time. We're just getting the ability to record it. And I mean that these are starving narcissists even when they're racist. Racism doesn't play a part of this particular Karen interaction. But I think that these people are thirsty narcissists searching for narcissistic supply. In today's video, we'll be examining a woman on a plane who has a problem with another passenger not wearing a mask. And this narcissist is thirsty. She ain't playing. All right, let's take a look.
More about the woman at the center of that disturbing clash on a plane. Patricia Cornwall was arrested for allegedly hitting and spitting on a 69-year-old man. So, who is she? Cornwall now works as a realtor, but she used to be a Raiderette cheerleader. She's also a former actress who appeared on Married with Children and Baywatch under the name Patty Breton.
You won the bikini contest in Palm Springs last year.
The criminal complaint of
all her life, she ain't never done nothing to nobody. She's just been floating around, taking care of people, sharing the love and the light, shitting butterflies, rainbows, and unicorns. Now, here's the takeaway, you guys. When you're a narcissist, you are that way from your adolescence, from about at least 10, at the latest 13, all the way up and for the rest of your life. So what does that mean? That means at each stage of her life, from what they just showed you, when she was an actress on Baywatch and a professional football cheerleader, she was getting her narcissistic supply on. And she was a stunningly beautiful woman in her youth, in my opinion. This is a warning to all of you men out there, that you can't let the little head do the thinking. Some of these women are so luring and so seductive that you get caught in their web. Watch this woman's behavior. And another thing to think about is that this is her history and who she is. And yet she is so thirsty for narcissistic supply. What does that tell you? It tells you as these people get older, be it male or female, it gets harder to get your narcissistic supply. And if you're used to getting abundance of that, which she was getting in her youth, as a woman ages, she's not going to get that same supply as an adult, but she's addicted to a certain level of supply. So she has to act out at all costs. This is like a fish out of water. They will do anything without thinking it through to calm that darkness inside them, to feed the thirst like a vampire wanting blood. They have to act out. Watch this.
More about the woman at the center of that disturbing clash on a plane. Patricia Cornwall was arrested for allegedly hitting and spitting on a 69-year-old man. So, who is she? Cornwall now works as a realtor, but she used to be a Raiderette cheerleader. She's also a former actress who appeared on Married with Children and Baywatch under the name Patty Breton.
You won the bikini contest in Palm Springs last year.
The criminal complaint obtained by Inside Edition says the clash started when Cornwall was returning from the bathroom and found the beverage cart blocking the aisle. The flight attendant asked Cornwall to find an open seat until beverage service was complete.
Sit down, Karen.
Cornwall and the elderly passenger, Russell Miller, then go at it over masks.
Did you hear the old dude tell her to sit down, Karen? That is so amazing and funny. I'm going to play that again just to make sure that you heard that. But that just cracked me up that this cat is aware of that he's dealing with a Karen. And he didn't back down. And it's hilarious. It's too good.
The flight attendant asked Cornwall to find an open seat until beverage service was complete.
Sit down, Karen.
Cornwall and the elderly passenger, Russell Miller, then go at it over masks. When he calls her a rude name.
Did you notice that she doesn't have a mask on either? And she's speaking to this man who could be her father in such an arrogant tone, like he's a child and like she's the authority figure. Now, also, this is a narcissist because she finds the weaker person to pick on, an elderly gentleman. I've said this before in other shows. Many narcissists search for the lowest hanging fruit. They look for the road less traveled. They look for the easy route, rather. And she is so combustible with whatever that is inside them that needs to implode, that's about to implode inside them if they don't project it out onto someone or something, that she just lets it all out in broad daylight, forgetting that she's on a plane, risking never flying again, being on the no-fly zone, thousands of dollars in fines and incarceration. This evilness inside them, this yearning to hurt and to be acknowledged or to project onto other people is so compelling that they cannot help themselves. They're like vampires that are in need of blood. It's evil, it's shocking, but I'm telling you, you gotta find the humor in life. And this is hilarious of what this woman is doing. I'm glad she didn't hurt this poor man, but it is just shocking how thirsty these people are.
Elderly passenger Russell Miller then go at it over masks. When he calls her a rude name. The police report says Miller had visible injury. Cornwall then spit in his face and head area.
Now, I want you to relax and really think about what you just witnessed. On a plane, an elderly gentleman sitting down with his wife, enjoying his flight, is verbally assaulted by a young woman, then pushed to the brink where he calls her out of her name. She slugs him, cuts his cheek, and then spits on him during a pandemic, complaining that he doesn't have his mask on. You cannot tell me that she is not a narcissist. This repugnant behavior, just out of nowhere. Come on, man. Come on, man. How much more do you want? It's right here in real time. This is what these people have to do. They cannot help themselves. This is a functioning human being, once stunningly attractive cheerleader and actress, who is now revealing who and what she is, caught on camera. As I say, they get worse as they get older because their narcissistic supply gets less and less, but their thirst remains the same. These people have secret outlets for their narcissistic supply. If you know of a narcissist who you've never seen do shit like this, they just haven't been caught with the kind of shit that they're doing. I really believe that. This is, in my opinion, a malignant narcissist woman who, if you dated her and didn't marry her back in the day when she was stunningly beautiful, you dodged a bullet. You got out there, man. Whoever you are out there who was once dating her back when she was a very attractive lady and you didn't marry her, bruh, you dodged a bullet, because she's not only cray-cray, I believe she's evil. This is my opinion. So let's close this out.
Visible injury. Cornwall then spit in his face and head area.
They spit on me. They double to jail.
Okay. Get in the back now.
Eventually, the Delta flight attendants managed to pull her away. Cornwall was busted by FBI agents when the plane landed in Atlanta. She's been told she can't fly except to return home to Los Angeles.
My face was cut and I had blood running down my face.
I spoke to Miller, a former drugstore manager from Tampa, today. Can you believe you were punched in the face by a Raiderette?
No, I was very surprised. I did call her a Karen on more than one occasion, and my grandchildren can't believe that I knew what the definition of a Karen was, so they're all giving me high props for that. Legally, if I'm eating and drinking, I don't have to have my mask on.
And you were wearing your mask at other times?
The whole time I just took it off here in the airport because I'm in the Atlanta airport now. But yes, I had my mask on all the rest of the time, yes.
He handled that like a champ, you know, and that's what you do. You don't let them destroy your minute, your moment, your hour, your day, and definitely not your life. But I want to add this. Do you see how it was like she was possessed? How the flight attendants had to tell her to go back to the back of the plane, had to grab her. That narcissistic rage and that narcissistic evilness just overloaded unto the passengers of that plane. This is what I'm talking about. I personally believe that most of these pathetic Karens are thirsty narcissists, getting caught like never before, getting their narcissistic supply. I've witnessed this kind of stuff with some old friends that I had that were narcissists. They would be so rude to waiters and personnel staff and housekeeping in hotels. We're just effing a-holes to these people. There was one that was so bad to a waitress once, I almost punched him in the face. I got up, I went and tipped her, apologized, and told her she doesn't have to come back to our table. And he was driving, or I would have left him at the bar in the restaurant. I've witnessed this kind of stuff. At the time that it happened, I was clueless on cluster B personalities and what narcissism was. But this is what Karens do. So when you see these Karen videos, this is narcissism. As I stated in the beginning of the video, narcissism is something that everyone should study and be aware of, because it is a part of our everyday existence in so many ways. Okay, you guys? And try to find the humor in living again. Find the laughter. Life is an irony. There's so many things that are laughable about these people. I know they're evil. I know they're dark. I know the vulgar destruction that they do to our lives. But we have to become fully alive again. And part of that process is the laughter. And always just thank God you're not one of these people. Can you fathom ever doing something like that to anyone, anywhere? See, you're ahead of the game. As I always say, it's better to be abused by a narcissist, to be tricked by a narcissist, to be Karenized by a narcissist, or whatever you would call it, than to be a narcissist. All right, you guys, find the laughter again and fun in your life again, and don't sweat these energy vampires. Stay fully alive as much as you can and keep pushing. And I'll see you guys on the next video.